everyone, welcome back to the channel. Or if you are new here, a huge welcome. Have you ever wanted to build something in cloud but felt totally overwhelmed by all the jargons like AWS, Azure, and other cloud platform? It's a lot, right? So, well, fear not, because in this brand new series, we are going to demystify Google Cloud, or in short, GCP, from the ground up. This isn't just a theory, it's hands on, week by week, guiding you become a cloud pro. And guess what? You can do most of this for free. So, today's task, our mission is simple but crucial. We are tackling the absolute basic. We will get your free account set up, explore the main tools, understand the security, the basic security, and even launch our very first virtual server by end of this video. You will have a running server on the internet. That's cool, right? So first of all, what is Google Cloud? Think of it as a renting super powerful computers, storage and software from Google all over the world. Instead of buying expensive hardware, you use theirs, paying only for what you have need and what you have used. It's incredibly scalable and flexible. Now the best part, the free trial Google gives you $300 in credits to use over 90 days, time and money to follow along with this entire series without spending a dime, and you can learning curve to other cloud platform as well. So guys, first of all, heads over and click on start free, or you can click on get started for free. You will need a Google account and you had to fill up some basic form. So as you can see, you had to choose your country. As of now, I am in India, so I'm going to select India and click agree and continue. As I said, you had to fill out some basic info, and yes, you will need provide a credit or debit card, and don't worry, they won't charge you unless you explicitly upgrade a paid account. This is just for identity verification, and here you had to fill your contact information. As if you are a organization, you had to fill up the organization detail, and in case you are a sole personal or proprietorship, as you can see on a screen, you had to fill your details, you had to fill up your legal document name, and then you had to save. And once you have done, you had to select your payment method. Okay, here you can see you had UPI, or if you have net banking, so you can use it. Afterward, you had to just click on start free. It will direct you the Google Cloud Console dashboard. I have already signed up for Google Cloud. Here you can see my billing dashboard, where I have already spent 3.75k in Indian INR. You will get 26,300 rupees in your Google Cloud, which is equivalent to $300, and it will remain in your Google Cloud account for 90 days. So guys, here is the Google Cloud Console visual control panel. It's a web interface where you can click and point and manage your resources. See the top drop down menu. Here you can see your project selector. You can select project. If you want to create new project, you can create new by clicking new project, and you had to name it, then just click create. It will create a new project. Here you can see. If you click on three burger menu, you will see here the various navigation for the various tools like Compute Engine, the Billing tab, the Marketplace, IAM and Admin Management, API and Services, and many more. And this is the search bar. It is your best friend. You can search directly from here. If you want to search a application or your Compute Engine or storage bucket, anything, you can search from here. So for the power users, you can see the icon. This is the active Google Cloud Shell, and using that you can control your Google Cloud. It's a full-fledged Linux terminal right in your browser. It comes preloaded with all Google Cloud's commands line tools you will ever need. So you see here, let's run a first Google Cloud Shell Terminal command. So in Google Cloud Basics, our next part is Identity and Access Management, or IAM. It's like being the bouncer for your cloud resources, deciding who gets in and what they can do. So you are the admin and you can manage all other users in this tab. You had to click on this burger navigation menu and click on IAM and admin. So the first is principal, who is trying to do something, suppose a user, a group, a service account, or someone else. And second, the role, what can they do, like a set of permissions viewer role can only see and the editor role only can modify. And third, the resources, on what are they trying to do, like a specific virtual machine or a storage bucket or the whole project. So you can assign a particular users and their roles so they can work under your projects. So you can see here I am an admin dashboard. Here you can grant access to other users. If you have a team, you can. So the next, we are going to create a virtual machine, or VM. This is where it's get exciting. We are creating our first virtual machine, or VM. Think of it as renting a computer server from Google dedicated just to you. GCP calls it Compute Engine. So heads over the navigation menu again, click on Compute Engine, or just search on the search bar Compute Engine. You can see the top result, click on it. You can see create instance button, a blue button on the top, just click on it. You are first time using the Google Cloud, it will ask to enable the Compute Engine API. Don't worry, just click on enable and that's it. It will take few seconds. So guys, now click on create instance again. Now you can give your instance name anything you want or leave as it is by default. We are going to give the name as my first server. You can select the region as you prefer. In case you want to host a website in only in your country, you can select your country's location. So suppose I am living in India, so I am going to choose the nearest location of my city. So here it is, I select the nearest location for my server and you can select any zone. The E2 instance is the low powered, basic and cheapest virtual machine you can get in Google Cloud. Now we are going to select the low powered version, or you can set custom if you want to configure yourself. Suppose you want to use the maximum memory size and the maximum CPU size, you can customize as per your requirement. Go to the OS and storage. Here you can see by default Google Cloud select Debian Linux 12. You can select any other Linux operating system if you want, and even you can select the Windows Server. Since we are going to create a web server, Linux is the most preferable operating system. So I'm going to select the Debian. We are going to select the boot disk, that would be the balance persistent disk. You can select any of these depending on your workload. In case you are want to serve a faster and more reliable website, then you can use the SSD persistent disk. For this tutorial, we are going to use the balance persistent disk, and definitely we are going to increase the size. It going to be 50 gigabyte. Click on select, and you can add additional disk by clicking add new disk. Then head over the data protection. Here you can create snapshot schedule. It will back up your server, or for now I'm going to just use no backups because in the end I'm going to destroy the compute engine. Now head over to the networking section where we had to check allow HTTP traffic and allow HTTPS traffic for our incoming traffic, so we can access the website or web server publicly. Okay, leave these three as default and click on create. Guys, it will take few seconds to complete the process, so let's wait for the completion of virtual machine creation. Look at that, guys, your very own server up and running in the cloud. Now we are going to connect the SSH, and then we are going to install the web server in our virtual machine so we can access the web server from anywhere in the world. So let's click on SSH and click on open in your browser window. You have to click on authorize to give the access to connect the SSH. So here you can see my first web server. Now type command sudo apt update. So you see all packages are up to date. Now we are going to install web server. For that, type sudo apt install nginx -y and hit enter. You can check the web server status. Command would be sudo systemctl status nginx. It's enabled and active and running. So now to check we can access the web server or not, copy the external IP and open in your browser. So let's do that. It's showing error connection refused. So guys, head over the navigation menu, click on VPC and go to the firewalls. Here you can check we have already created the TCP/80 protocol and TCP/443 for incoming HTTP server. Let's wait to work the web server. It will take 1 or 2 minutes to work properly. Now we are going to open the external link on our browser again. So for that, head over compute engine, click on VM instance, and you can see the external IP, copy it and paste it your browser, and see it's working the web server. Now you can host anything. So let's create a public page on our web server. So for that we are going to head over ChatGPT. So guys, ChatGPT created the HTML page. Now we are going to copy it and paste it our web server. For that we had to locate our web server page. We had to navigate public HTML page. For that, use change directory command. We are going to delete the index.html page. For that you had to type sudo rm index.html, hit enter. You see the page has been disappeared. Now we are going to create again a index.html page. Now refresh the page. You see our new web welcome page. Welcome to virtual server, a clean responsive landing page deployed on Google Cloud Virtual Machine. How wonderful it is. So guys, the next part is the billing and resource management. In this part, I'm going to show you how you can check your billings. This is the most important part. In case if you are overusing the Google Cloud services, you can check your free trial credit and how many days remaining of your free trial. You can create your own budgets. So that's it guys. In upcoming videos I am going to show you how you can like your alternative to Google Drive or iCloud storage, and many other things are will be upcoming in our new videos, so stay tuned for that. And guys, thanks for watching. Keep building. I will see you in the next one.